very few people do, I think. And that is, if a boat's in front of you and he tacks because he feels that's what he should do, he then falls off a little more than he should. So, because he thinks you're reading what he's doing. Okay? So when he sees you falling off, he doesn't see you falling off. He just sees the boat going lower than you think. So keeping that in mind, he says, well, he's not going to make it. And you decide to go further. As soon as you decide to go forward, he comes up more. And he could make it. But you got to tune into all that stuff. You know, it's almost like playing whatever game you're playing. Tune into this stuff. So these are very important. Now, that took care of the jib. The jib is, and the head sail, is to make wind go faster between the two sails. Okay, now we take the jenny situation. The jenny situation is another ballgame. Again, on a ensign, the jenny lead is on the rail. It's on the rail. In large boats, some of them are on the rail. They have track on the rail. Or if they don't have track on the rail, they have something where you can put a block on the rail if you wanted to. Or they have track that's inboard from the rail on an angle. And the reason it's on the angle is that if you move the car forward, it usually brings the sail in, and if you move the track aft, it moves the sail out. But the same thing holds true. You have track that's on your deck, and what happens is that when you pull this sail in and it leads over here, the same story as you did with the jib. If you're pulling it forward, okay, you're making the leech tighter. If you take it aft, you're making the foot tighter. Okay, you visualize that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, by making the leech tighter or looser, depends on the wind situation. Again, if she's blowing, you want the effort to be moved forward. Again, what are we talking about? How far forward? You want it forward, we're talking maybe tops a foot, or depending how big your journey is. If it's lighter, you want it fuller, so you loosen up. But again, if you're using a traveler, you can not adjust the sail at all and just play with the traveler. A lot of people who race just handle the traveler. They don't handle the main sheet.
Do you lock the traveler?
The main sheet is set. The main sheet is set for your sailing. The wind increases. The person or crew takes care of the traveler and moves that traveler out as the wind increases, or pulls it in as it decreases, or gets a puff of wind and lets it sail out without changing the course. He's just adjusting the sail. He's moving the sail out, he's moving the sail in. Moving the sail out, moving the sail in. One of the things I experienced way, way back when I was sailing Long Island Sound, when the America's Cup, when they were racing or practicing off City Island, I was lucky enough to be maybe 200 yards off one of the America's Cup boats that were practicing. And I'll never forget it. This boat passed. There wasn't a sound on that boat. And as the skipper fell off, the sails automatically opened up. As the skipper came up, the sails automatically. You didn't hear a word. You didn't hear a word. But they knew exactly what to do. They were like plugged into the skipper. And by the way, those of you who have deep pockets in the near future, you're going to be able to buy something, which Janu Boats and Harkin is working on now, where literally your sails are going to be plugged into you. where basically, as you fall off, those sales are gonna go out just as if you had the best crew in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And as you head up, they're gonna come in, just like as if you had the best crew in the world. They're in the process of doing that now.